Ever felt like your life is that train, pulling away, and you're just standing still, paralyzed by what might go wrong? You had the chance. You had the dream. But then fear whispered, "What if you fail?" And so you didn't move. But what if that fear isn't protecting you? What if it's trapping you? What if the life you want is on the other side of a decision you're too afraid to make? This isn't just motivation. It's your wake-up call. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions we experience as human beings. It's deeply ingrained in our biology, designed to protect us from danger and keep us alive. However, in the modern world, fear often shows up not in response to real threats, but in situations involving uncertainty, change, and risk. While fear can be useful in certain contexts, allowing it to dominate your decisions, especially life decisions, can lead to stagnation, missed opportunities, and regret. This video explores how fear manifests in our decision-making, why it's crucial to recognize and manage it, and how to reclaim control over your life choices. From an evolutionary standpoint, fear served a clear and important purpose. When our ancestors faced a predator or natural disaster, fear triggered the fight-or-flight response necessary for survival. But today, fear is more likely to be triggered by things like public speaking, career changes, or emotional vulnerability. While these situations rarely pose physical danger, our brain often reacts as if they do. Psychologists distinguish between two types of fear, rational and irrational. Rational fear is based on a real, immediate threat, e.g., encountering a wild animal on a hike. Irrational fear, on the other hand, stems from perceived threats, like the fear of failure or rejection, that may have no tangible basis. It's this irrational fear that most commonly interferes with decision-making and inhibits personal growth. Many of life's most rewarding experiences lie outside of our comfort zones. Whether it's applying for a dream job, starting a business, moving to a new city, or entering a meaningful relationship, these decisions inherently carry risk and uncertainty. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of judgment can make these opportunities seem dangerous, even when they're not. When fear takes the driver's seat, it often leads to inaction. People delay pursuing passions, avoid difficult conversations, or stay in unfulfilling jobs or relationships, not because they want to, but because they're afraid of what might happen if they take a chance. Over time, this avoidance becomes a pattern, a habit of playing it safe. The cost of this safety? A life that never reaches its full potential. Understanding the specific fears that affect your decisions is the first step in overcoming them. Some of the most common include: 1. Fear of failure. Failure is often seen as something shameful, something to avoid at all costs. This belief is deeply rooted in many cultures and education systems. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Most successful people have failed numerous times before achieving their goals. Avoiding decisions out of fear of failure can keep you from ever starting. 2. Fear of rejection. Whether in relationships, careers, or friendships, fear of not being accepted can be paralyzing. This fear often stems from a desire for approval and belonging. But allowing fear of rejection to dictate your choices can lead to superficial relationships and unfulfilled ambitions. 3. Fear of the unknown. Humans crave certainty. The unknown is uncomfortable, even terrifying, because it lacks predictability. But the unknown is also where growth and discovery happen. Letting fear of the unknown guide your choices can trap you in a cycle of predictability and missed opportunities. 4. Fear of judgment. In the age of social media and constant connectivity, fear of being judged has become even more intense. People worry about how their choices will be perceived, often tailoring their lives to please others rather than themselves. But the truth is, people are more focused on their own lives than you might think. 5. Fear of success. Ironically, some people are afraid of what might happen if they do succeed. Success can bring attention, expectations, and responsibilities that feel overwhelming. Fear of success can lead to self-sabotage and an unconscious resistance to change. Consider someone who stays in a high-paying but soul-crushing job because they fear the financial instability of following their passion. Or a person who doesn't pursue a meaningful relationship because they fear vulnerability. In both cases, fear is dictating the course of their lives. Think about the countless people who never start writing that book, launching that project, or going back to school, simply because they're afraid it won't work out. These are not irrational people. They're simply human, and they've let fear become the loudest voice in the room. The goal is not to eliminate fear entirely, that's neither possible nor healthy. Instead, it's about changing your relationship with fear. Fear can be a guide. If you're scared, it often means you're considering something that matters to you. Learning to recognize fear as a signpost rather than a stop sign can be transformational. Here are several strategies to help you stop letting fear control your life decisions. 1. Acknowledge your fear. Don't suppress it. Acknowledge it. Name the fear and understand where it's coming from. Is it fear of disappointing others? Fear of uncertainty? Bringing your fears into conscious awareness helps you take away their power. 2. Challenge your thoughts. Our brains are wired for negativity bias. We tend to assume the worst. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? Then ask, what's the best that could happen? Weighing both sides helps create a more balanced perspective. 3. Take small steps. You don't have to make giant leaps. Taking small, manageable steps toward your goals can reduce the intensity of fear while still moving you forward. Progress builds confidence, and confidence reduces fear. 4. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool used by athletes, performers, and successful individuals in many fields. Instead of imagining failure, imagine yourself succeeding. Picture how it will feel. This rewires your brain to associate the action with positive outcomes. 5. Surround yourself with support. Fear thrives in isolation. Talk to people you trust. Mentors, friends, coaches, or therapists can offer perspective, encouragement, and accountability. Knowing you're not alone makes fear easier to face. 6. Redefine failure. Shift your mindset to see failure as feedback. Every failure contains valuable information. What worked? What didn't? What can you do differently next time? This mindset reduces the fear of failing because it becomes a learning opportunity. 7. Practice courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's action in the presence of fear. Every time you act in spite of fear, you build resilience. Over time, what once terrified you becomes just another challenge you know you can handle. While fear might protect you from short-term discomfort, it can lead to long-term dissatisfaction. One of the most common regrets people express at the end of their lives is not taking more risks, not living a life true to themselves, but one others expected of them. Living a fear-driven life often leads to regret, wishing you'd tried when you had the chance. Resentment, toward yourself or others for opportunities missed. Low self-esteem, from repeatedly ignoring your inner desires. A stagnant life, where nothing changes because you're too afraid to take a step. Becoming fearless doesn't mean you stop feeling fear, it means fear no longer controls your actions. Cultivating a fearless mindset involves conscious effort and daily practice. Here are a few principles to help guide you. Embrace discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable. Get used to it. Focus on values, not fear. Let your values and purpose guide your decisions. Accept uncertainty. Life has no guarantees. Learn to move forward anyway. Celebrate bravery. Acknowledge yourself each time you act despite fear. Stay present. Fear often lives in future hypotheticals. Ground yourself in the now. Life is too short to be lived in fear. Every decision made from fear is a decision against possibility. But every choice made from courage, even if it leads to a mistake, is a step toward authenticity, growth, and fulfillment. Imagine the kind of life you could live if fear weren't in charge. Who would you be? What would you pursue? What risks would you take? The truth is, fear will always be a part of the journey. But it doesn't have to be the driver. You have the power to take the wheel to make decisions based on hope, purpose, and vision rather than fear. So the next time fear whispers, "What if you fail?" you can smile and whisper back, "What if I fly?" Take the risk. Make the move. Live boldly. Stop letting fear control your life decisions. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.